guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm still here at the Detroit Auto Show. They can't yank me out of here yet because guess what? We have new stuff coming from GMC, and this is it. This is your 2024 GMC Acadia. This particular one is your AT4 off-road spec. But before we get into this enlarged mid-size 3-row SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. The Acadia, it competes against some very big names. And one of those names that has gotten a redesign is the Honda Pilot. And they even came out with an off-road spec, the first time ever, true off-road spec, known as the Trail Sport. GMC, knowing trucks, they definitely have been doing a lot of work with SUVs. They think that they hit the nail on the head for off-road superiority, but also for everyday ease of driving. So what I want to find out is, should you go Acadia AT4? Should you go Honda Pilot Trail Sport? Let's go ahead, dive into this Acadia and find out. Right off the bat, like I mentioned in the review of the Denali, and if you haven't seen that one, I'll leave it at the end of this one, we have a larger Acadia, and that's actually a good thing, because not only is it going to give us more substance on the outside, wait until we get to the interior. When we're talking about lighting, GMC has done a great job making this family lineup of signature LED lighting. So you're going to have your LED daytime running lamps that kind of have that hook, and then you have your LED headlights. Everything else, that beautiful bright white paint, dropping down. They wanted to make sure you had your LED fog lamps down below, some flat black on the AT4, and guess what? This one has the credentials because underneath we do actually have the, of course, skid plates, which is something that is necessary if you're going to do some off-roading. Now, when we come across the grille, you can see that extra width in the Acadia, and I love that satin black chrome finish that they do, that black aluminum finish to the grille, the GMC badge, forward-facing camera, and our AT4 badge. Working our way down, more functionality. We have active shutters to help increase the efficiency of the Acadia. We have, of course, like I said, the skid plates, and we have the necessary tow hooks so you could pull those Honda Pilot Trail Sports that get stuck out of the mud. Now, as we rise up, all new hood, bold, and it definitely screams, I'm GMC, I belong in this lineup. Now, what's interesting, it's not so much the hood, which is a big change, it's what's underneath the hood. 2.5-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine putting out 328 horsepower, and of course, can tow 5,000 pounds. Now, as we come around this off-road specific Acadia, you are gonna have the flat black, and I like the way with the flat black fender flare, they brought the LED lighting at the top. Very, very nice touch. We work our way down. We have these 18-inch wheels, machined aluminum with the gunmetal gray finish, and of course, they're gonna give you, look at this, Goodyear Wrangler off-road spec tires. You have the shielding all the way around to protect the sidewall, 265 on the width, 65 series sidewall. And remember, this all-wheel drive is specific to the AT4. It uses a twin clutch pack rear differential to send that power to get it to the ground. Now, as we come down the side, gloss black on the mirror caps on an AT4, 360-degree cameras. You got your AT4 badge nicely placed on the door, and then working our way, you could see the extra length of the new Acadia with our gloss black raised roof rails. Coming towards the rear, like I said, we have that all-wheel drive, unique to the AT4, and then getting to the tail end of the business, we have, of course, that roof spoiler. Love the way they did the trim with the GMC badge, Acadia and AT4 on the back. Working our way down, that quad exhaust looks fantastic, and you have that full tow capacity. So nice to see that in action, but let's go ahead, let's get to the interior and see what the AT4 brings. All right, guys, we're inside this 2024 Acadia AT4. Definitely one of those things where there's a lot of off-road competition being added to the midsize SUV class. No official pricing yet, but I want to see how it stacks up to the Honda Pilot. Let's go ahead and do that. To the door panels, I love the differences that they have with that nice silver trim up top, that dark gunmetal gray finish, a little bit of aluminum style, no gloss black to speak of. On the AT4, you see that tan contrast stitching on the armrest. We have the Bose sound system. And then, of course, with the Bose sound system, a door pocket size that's big enough easily for a Detroit pizza. Now, when you go from the door panel to the dash, loving this aluminum style trim, AT4 specific, the stitching, and then you're gonna have that 15-inch portrait style. Now, we are at the auto show. I can't show you the function of the screens, but we will be bringing that to you. You have your toggle switches, the AC vents look great, wireless charging, and then of course, you have space in here for a Twinkie or two. USB-C, USB-A, 2 cup holders. Almost forgot storage underneath. You could put, of course, maybe bring your little pup with you, and that could be a little spot for your little dog named Mia. Open this up. What do we have? Nice usable storage. I just wouldn't put anything delicate in there because there's no felt lining. And then the seats. The AT4 badge, the leather, the different colors, the piping, full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist for the driver, and we have that panoramic sunroof. But why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this Acadia. All right, guys, behind the wheel of this Acadia AT4, you're gonna notice the room right away. I'm 6 feet tall, lots of nice space in here. Down below, you have the AT4 badge to welcome you every time you come into the vehicle. You got your seat controls, easy to get to, and the seats are comfy and supportive. I'm really digging the material and the amount of cushion that they use, softness. Steering wheel, the leather, Super Cruise feature with your digital gauge display. That GMC badge looks awesome. You got your paddle shifters for the automatic transmission, electric shifter put into place to clean up the interior, and a digital gauge cluster. Nice to see the technology, and like I said, when we do the first drive, we'll be showing you all that technology. But what I want to do is I want to show you the mid row, but I want to sit in the third row and see how usable it is. All right, guys, Lori made me do it. I'm actually sitting in the third row, but we're going to talk first about the mid row because she really wants to punish me back here. But actually, it's not too bad sitting back here. I'll show you in a second. Backs of the seats, the soft touch material, the pockets. You got your command center there with your rear AC controls, heated seats, USB-C's home power source, and a Detroit hot dog holder down below. These seats are wonderful. The materials are really nice. The only problem is that the armrest is just a little dinky. I need a little bit more muscular armrest. The great news is, watch this. To get into the third row, the seats really move out of the way and give you plenty of room to get in. Now, sitting back here, this is what you want to see. This is what Lori wanted a video for all of you, is how high my knees are. But this is the problem. If you want your knees to be any lower, you're gonna have to go get a Yukon. That's a full-size SUV. This is a mid-size. This is what you're working with. But the good news is they carved the headliner out and gave you plenty of headroom. They carved it out just like a pumpkin for Halloween. I like where they have the AC vents to cool me off. And you do have USB-Cs on both sides, which are nice. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the cargo area and see what the Acadia is bringing. All right, guys, cargo area time. You're gonna hit the button right underneath the GMC badge. Raises up, electric assist. What I did was I left the third row up to show you how much space there is. And guess what? You're not gonna find this much space on the previous generation Acadia. I love the way they carved a nook out so you can lay down a box of Twinkies on that side. On our right side, easy access for things like your security shade. And to put the seats down, it's really simple. That's all you're gonna do to fold down the seats is you're just gonna pull and fold them down. And it lays totally flat. So kind of crazy how easy they make that. And that's what makes it so versatile of a vehicle. But let me know what you think. Has GMC done the right moves for and against the competition with this new XT4, making it really an off-road contender and not a pretender? Let me know down in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raitis Rides family. Of course, none of this wouldn't be possible without Lori working that camera like a champ. Thank you for your hard work. And of course, we need to thank everybody, Megan and Daniel at GMC, for making this review possible. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.